Welcome to the Delaware Mortgage Rate Weekly Mortgage Market Update for the week of December 8th, 2014. Hello, I'm John Thomas with Primary Residential Mortgage, here to give you an update. Well, last week was not kind to Delaware mortgage rates. Delaware mortgage rates did move higher. If you take a look at the bond chart on the screen, you can see the trend had been for mortgage bonds to move higher and interest rates to move lower. But then on Monday, mortgage bonds tested the ceiling of resistance, hit that ceiling, and were turned lower. You can see that with the red candle. And then the rest of the week, they did move lower, and then they moved again sharply lower on Friday after the November jobs report was released. But on Friday, they dropped over 70 basis points, but were able to recover. You see that tail down. They moved back above support, which is a good sign. So since mortgage bonds closed back above support on Friday, we're going to recommend cautiously floating your Delaware mortgage rate to see if we can bounce off support and mortgage bonds can again move higher, move Delaware interest rates lower. Now, if we dig into the economic news last week, the big report was the November 2014 jobs report released by the Labor Department on Friday. It was a shocker. It showed 321,000 jobs created in November. That is well above the 230,000 expected. And November marks the 10th consecutive month that job creation has been at or above 200,000 jobs. That has not happened since 1994. So this report shows a very strong labor market. It also revised September and October jobs numbers by adding another 44,000 between the two of them. Very strong report. Unemployment stayed the same at 5.8%. So that is definitely good. The labor force participation rate stayed the same at 62.8%. And the U6, which measures total unemployment, dropped from 11.5% to 11.4%. And last year we were at 13.2%. So that's a nice big drop on the U6 from year over year. So all in all, very good jobs report. Signals that the economy is doing well. Now that could be bad news for mortgage bonds because that could lead the stock market to rally, which it did on Friday. It can also lead the Feds to raising short-term interest rates sooner rather than later. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that. And then on Thursday, we saw the release of weekly initial jobless claims and came out at 297,000 claims, dropped 17,000 from the previous week and dropped below 300,000, which we said was an important key level. So that was good news. We'll have to see if it stays there. And then in housing news, CoreLogic released their national foreclosure report for October 2014. It shows the foreclosure picture continued to improve. Foreclosures were down from 924,000 in 2013 to only 605,000 in October of 2014. This is an improvement of almost 35% year over year, and the foreclosure inventory dropped from 2.3% last year to only 1.6% of all homes with mortgages in 2014. So again, housing market continues to improve, and then CoreLogic also released their home price index for October 2014. That showed home prices increased by 6.1% year over year for October 2014. That's up from only 5.6% in September. So this report shows the 7-month housing slowdown appears to have stopped, and we're going to be looking at some consistent home sales from here moving forward. And then in other housing news, FHA released their loan limits for 2015. And they're effective on FHA case numbers assigned on or after January 1st, 2015. That goes until December 31st, 2015. And basically, the loan limits are staying the same. Newcastle County is $379,500 for a 1-unit. Kent County is $271,050 for a 1-unit. And Sussex is $316,750 for a 1-unit. If you want more information, there's a link in the blog for an article on the mortgage e-letter and the information released by the Federal Housing Administration. Now, in the local news, the next free first-time homebuyer seminar is coming up Saturday, December 13th. That's in Newark, Delaware from 10 a.m. to noon at the Christiana Hilton Hotel. You can register for that event by giving us a call in the office at 302-703-0727 or online, www.delawarehomebuyerSeminar.com. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.